So we just have to hope they don't have an answer off the top. You mean exactly the right thing they need exactly right now? What a top deck. All right, everyone. Welcome to an Arena one-shot, a series where we pick a deck, do a deck tech, play one good game with it. Hopefully that one game we get is a real game, but we'll see as we go through it. What's the deck today? It's a spicy GuacaMole. So this is based on a combo deck that is going around best of one. That's a little bit fragile, but when it does its job, it does its job. And it's based around specific new cards from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Let's go over specifically what those new cards are first, and then I'll discuss the combo itself. So the new cards: Guac and Marshmallow Pizza. Quite an unassuming card, right? Yeah, it's just a 1 mana flash, buff and give +2/+2 and untap that creature. And then you can sack it to gain 3 life. It's a food. So, spicy GuacaMole. The mole, of course, is Badgermole Cub. This is unassuming, but let's take a look at the other new card, Chrome Dome. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+0. It is a 2 mana 1/3. I mean, that's not all that special. What else we got? Create a token that's a copy of another target artifact you control. That token gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Are we seeing it? We're not seeing it. We're not. All right, we're gonna need some more pieces. So, Mona Lisa, Science Geek. Actually, a third new card, but it's really acting as a redundancy. We're using more of it because it's a lower rarity, but it is a creature that taps for mana equal to some their power. So, Mona Lisa, Science Geek, 3 mana 1/3 with reach. Add X mana of any one color, where X is Mona Lisa's power. Are we seeing it? We're seeing it, and the redundancy is with the red shift. Rocketeer's Chief, 2 mana 2/3 vigilance. Add X mana of any one color, where X is red shift power. Finish mana only to activate abilities. Only to activate abilities. Mona Lisa doesn't have this restriction, but they're both going to be used on the Chrome Dome activated ability. So here's the loop. You have a Chrome Dome, one of the either Mona Lisa or Red Shift, and you have a Guac and Marshmallow Pizza in hand, which is the best, or on the battlefield already. If you can generate 5 mana and activate Chrome Dome, you can untap the creature that gave you the 5 mana. You can untap the creature. All right. I'll get myself all turned around. All right. So here's the combo. If you can get Mona Lisa or Red Shift to tap for enough mana to make 5 mana available to you. So say you tap Mona Lisa for 1, you play Guac and Marshmallow Pizza, make it a 3/3, untap it, and tap it again for 3. If you have 1 mana flowing, 1 mana source from anywhere else, you can use that 5 mana to make a new Guac and Marshmallow Pizza copy. Once you have that copy, you can give that +2 attack and defense to Mona Lisa. Now it taps for 5, and you're untapping it. Now that you can tap Mona Lisa for 5, you can tap her for 5, make a Guac, untap itself. Tap her for 5, untap it. So you have a loop, infinitely untapping and adding more and more mana to your mana pool. Whatever color you want, 1 color per time. So you untap it for 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and you just can keep going over and over and over again. What can you do with this? So as your creatures are across the board, you can just make each creature infinitely large. So as long as you have more creatures than they have blockers, you can get one attacker big enough to just kill them in one shot. Straightforward, right? Also, if you have 2 Chrome Dome, you can use that mana to duplicate the Chrome Domes. It cannot copy itself, but it can copy another target artifact. So if you can make infinite chrome domes, you can make 10 chrome domes that all buff each other plus 1 attack, and they all have haste. So that's one way to win. Other ways to find wins are using the standard Badgermole Cub and Ouroboros. And part of the reason why this was kind of a glass cannon in other builds is that it leaned into what the combo was, and there was no backup plan. Our backup plan is Badgermole Cub is good, Ouroboros is good, and we have search in standard. So Nature's Rhythm, Archdruid's Charm, Formidable Speaker. These numbers are due because I don't have wild cards. I have a couple that I can crack here, but we have 6 search effects, 6 mana dorks, 6 pieces of interaction. We have a courier of comestibles, which can find the food card. So if we just need a guac and marshmallow pizza delivered, our little courier can go find us our pizza to start our combo. Especially if you have Cub to grab exactly what we need. And if you lose any particular pieces, we can start stacking up +1/+1 counters on creatures and say give something the ability of Chrome Dome and Mona Lisa. And since this is a activated ability that doesn't require tap, you can give both of these abilities to the same creature and the loop works. Well, actually, no, because you can't copy yourself. You would need something else to copy at that point. But you can split that capability around. And also, if you have an Ouroboros in play and you're increasing power, you can start buffing the Ouroboros so that come combat time, everything is doubled. So you can go a little faster in your combat speed there. What would be great is some trample. I'm realizing after the fact, but we do have Surrak in the sideboard, and we have a Crater Hoof as an alternate win con that gives everything trample as well. So yeah, and we also have some protection in the sideboard for as in royal treatment. Surprise to just tuck the combo creatures in at the end of their turn, because you only need 2 creatures and a pizza to get going. So if you can get it in on the end of their turn that they capped out, you're great. Also, if they wait too long and the creatures are too big, you can use this for 2 to protect those creatures. So they'd have to know, do not wait till it gets to 4 power, because we can protect it that way. These are 4 protective spells. Some graveyard hate, some counter spell hate, enchantment and artifact hate. Another cauldron that there are a lot of removal that isn't exile. Torpor Orb. We can lean away from Cub because our triggers are not creatures entering the battlefield triggers. They are tapping and untapped triggers and activated abilities. So this will stop us from, say, Badgermole Cub make a land. But the land, the other mana creatures, they will still tap for more, even if we don't Cub. Yeah, that's the only, Formidable Speaker. There's only 5 cards that Orb really does anything with us, and we don't particularly care. So we are a Cub deck that can play with Torpor Orb just fine. Let's see it. Let's see if we can get this combo in our one shot. Let's go. We got our Guac. We got our Mana Dork. We have the ability to search for a creature once we get 2 more green sources, and we have a little bit of interaction. Let's go ahead and keep it. You can still play Courier on 2 and just go find a food card. This combo isn't everywhere, so this shouldn't give it away right away. But otherwise, we could just not search and just make a food token. And we can search and then not and fail to find and just put a food token into play if we would like. They mulligan to 5. Hit a starting town, Pollinator. We don't really need to start on green here. We might want to keep the red open for a mole. Pinnacle Emissary. So this is an artifact deck. Okay. What What are we casting here? Oh, they just want a flyer? I mean, let's... You can have a 1/1 flyer. That's cool. Green. Courier. Sure. Go get a pizza. I take it they needed that pollinator. All right, so they're artifacts and they have flying. They're playing red, so they're gonna play removal. I don't know if they know what we're doing. They're gonna interact, so we want Surak. And because they're red, blue, green, once things get too big, they can't do too much about it. They're not countering us. We do want removal for their things. Agathas. They're going to be removing things. Let's see if we can get away with no Agatha and put Surak in. All right, game 2. 1 mountain. No. Decent. All right. 3 lands, a cub, a rhythm, a speaker, a geek. Would be a fantastic 7-card hand. 6. We kind of have to pick between what kind of search we want. And this is a cheaper search with speaker. Let's get rid of the rhythm. Oh, they are in it. They are in it to win it. All right. I presume they brought their interaction still, though. Chrome Dome. I play that card. Synthesize away. All right. Verge. Hub. We should divert part of their turn away with this cub play. But they should want to kill it. Drum. Oh, they just want the flyer. They have removal? No. It's just a bunch of flying damage. All right, so we... I think we have to threaten... If we go search for our combo piece, we will still need the pizza. And the chrome. We still need pizza. We're too short. Let's go to Ouroboros route. See if we can scare him into not attacking. Yeah, because we really need to find a seer for that memory guardian, because we can't just block that. And we can't search our deck for a seer. So we need that pronto. Science Geek also blocks the memory guardian. I'm just gonna take 9. They can't get the lab ship going into a creature without tapping the guardian next turn. As long as we play Mona Lisa. Oh no, they thought it through. Now they have 2 flyers, and we just need the blocker for the 1 big flyer. All right, so Finest Geek. We have our reach blocker. All right, so let's send the Verge in. Can we inspire them to block here? Cub. So we can't block the flyers anyway. They could not be enticed. So we just have to hope they don't have an answer off the top. You mean exactly the right thing they need exactly right now? 2 flyers with the arsenal attached? What a top deck. What? Without that, we block the big flyer, we block the ground guy, and we just live and we win? Man, look. All right, Reclamation. They're just doing their thing. We should just do ours. Creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. Doesn't really apply to what they were doing. Artifact removal. A little bit of speed. If he had drawn any of our removal, that would have been fantastic. Yeah, they're not interacting, it doesn't seem. Let's do this. We could have drawn charms to exile those artifacts as well. We had answers in the deck that we could have drawn. And they drew what they needed to draw, which is the game. All right, game 3. Good hand keep. Land more elves go. Pollinator. Cub. Cub. Maybe this should just go get Ouroboros, swing out. Because their artifact build product strategy is slow. We know that for a fact because we play a deck like this. We're not currently playing green in that deck, but we do play a deck like this. All right, play a mountain. Can we die here? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts. Their droid can become unblockable. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana available. They can give their ones. So we have 10 mana available. We can search for a Chrome Dome for 3. Play a Chrome Dome. But we can't give it haste. And we don't have the guac. Let's do what we were planned on doing then. Do we keep Charm up is the question? No, let's see. Oh, That to me means they were not killing us next turn, and that Ouroboros trigger was the death of them. Well, all right, folks, that's our one shot. We actually managed to get the win. So we didn't get to do the combo, but the combo was scary enough in the backside. We had our thought process going for what we needed to do to get there, and we had the options available. In the last game, we could have went looking for a courier to find our guac, and then the following turn, go get our Chrome Dome with the Harmonize, or in the opposite order. So we had a 2-turn window to get the combo there. It's good to think through it even when you're going through your backup plan. So our backup plan is what won us the game in that last one, which is fantastic. But our combo was the threat, and I think this works well. The numbers in the deck, arbitrary. But I think this has legs. It's if you have a proper backup plan to your combo, the combo deck can work. Especially if the backup plan is already unfair. Like Cub, Boroid, searching it up, already unfair. Adding in a full-on combo that has nothing to do with it. Great. All right. Well, that's our one shot. Glad we had a win today. See you next time.